The message came at midnight. Just a single line on my phone. We need to talk, but not here. Her name glowed on the screen, my wife's. And yet, the words weren't written like hers, too formal, too cautious. I stared at them for too long, feeling a weight settle in my chest. When she walked into the room a minute later, her phone wasn't in her hand. She smiled, asked if I wanted tea. Her voice was soft, careful, as if it could break. I said nothing, but I noticed the tremor in her fingers as she reached for the kettle. I've lived long enough to know the sound of lies. They don't come through words, they breathe through silences, through the way someone avoids your eyes when they should meet them. That night I couldn't sleep. Her breathing beside me was steady, almost rehearsed. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, my mind replaying that text, over and over. I didn't ask her, I didn't move, I simply made the first decision. This would end in truth, one way or another. The next morning she kissed me as if nothing had happened. Coffee, a laugh. Her routine was flawless. But small things began to fracture the illusion. Her phone never left her hand. She started locking it with a code I didn't recognize. She lingered in the hallway at night, whispering into the dark. I'd catch fragments, half a name, a muffled laugh that wasn't for me. When I asked her about it, she smiled too easily. Work stress. I didn't push, but something inside me froze. There was a moment, a week later, when she slipped. A simple mistake. She said she was visiting her sister, but when I called the sister's number, she was out of the country. The betrayal wasn't proven yet, but it had a scent, and once you smell it, it never leaves. That night I looked at her across the dinner table. She chewed slowly, smiled when I spoke, pretended to be my wife, pretended to be herself. And I realized, whoever she was now, she wasn't mine anymore. I moved quietly. First, the phone records, anonymous requests, numbers traced, patterns built, one number repeated, at hours when she claimed to be asleep, at hours when she claimed to be mine. Second, the surveillance. I hired no one, I did it myself. I watched her leave the house in the afternoon, telling me she was grocery shopping. I followed at a distance. She didn't go to the store. She went to a hotel, room 214. I didn't enter. I didn't need to. I stood in the lobby long enough to see her walk in, laughing, with someone else's hand on her back. Not rage, not grief, just silence. I didn't confront her that night. I held her like always. I kissed her forehead. I whispered, "I love you." And in that moment, I wasn't lying. Because love and betrayal are two sides of the same blade. They cut just as deep, and they cut together. But I had the evidence I needed, and soon I would sharpen it. The DNA test was the final nail. Our son. My son. At least, I thought so. He wasn't mine. The results stared at me in black and white. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. I sat in silence for hours, the paper trembling in my hands. A decade of memories collapsed into a single line of text. When she came home, she found me at the kitchen table. The report lay in front of me. She froze. Her lips parted, searching for words. Tears pooled quickly, too quickly. I can explain. No, that was all I said. One word, enough. She broke down in front of me, sobbing, clawing at excuses, stories, half-truths. Her world crumbled in noise. Mine was pure silence. I didn't yell, I didn't strike her, I didn't even raise my voice. I slid the paper across the table until it touched her hands. She flinched as if it burned. "You had 10 years to tell me," I whispered. "Instead, you let me raise a lie." Her sobs deepened. She tried to reach for me, but I leaned back, untouched. Then I pulled out my phone, dialed a number. Within minutes, her family arrived, her parents, her sister. I handed the report to her father. He read it. His face collapsed. "She belongs to you now," I said coldly, Not to me. The room froze. My wife fell to her knees, screaming my name, clawing at the floor. But I was already gone. I walked into the night, the cold air slicing across my skin. Behind me, I left the wreckage. A woman unraveling, a family drowning in shame, a lie stripped bare in front of everyone who mattered to her. There was no victory in it, only truth. But truth is all I ever wanted. I lit a cigarette on the curb, staring at the flame. My hands didn't shake, my eyes didn't water. I felt lighter than I had in years. She had betrayed me. She had carved a wound so deep I should have bled forever. Instead, I let her bleed. And as the smoke drifted into the night, I realized something final. I hadn't lost a wife. I had lost a ghost. And ghosts don't haunt you once you stop believing in them.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.